All right, welcome back to the Battle of Sexes, where we argue and debate over different topics. So with all that said, let's go.
Todd is breaking down why he should be entitled to a percentage of Kandi's $30 million empire, and I'm not sure if the math is mathing, but I'll leave that up for you to decide after hearing his side of the story, because there's a video of Todd and Kandi discussing divorce and who should be entitled to what, and it's very telling. Kandi was obviously the breadwinner in their marriage, and she doesn't think it's right when a man tries to take half of a woman's money in a divorce. Kandi feels the money she came into the marriage with is all of hers, and a man should be a man and leave with whatever he came into the marriage with. But Todd, who looked irritated in the video, by the way, doesn't agree and believes men should be entitled to a percentage of their wives' money during their divorce. Todd says if the man is organizing his wife, giving her business ideas, helping her blow up and influencing her business ideas, the husband should certainly be entitled to a percentage of her income. Although Kandi believes what she came into the marriage with is hers, she does agree that the money made together during the marriage is a different subject, and that is something that should be discussed and negotiated.
Is Todd entitled to all of her money,
No,
or just some of her money? What y'all think?
I agree. I love Kandi. She's one of my favorites. I watched the video when they did it, and he agreed to it. That's why I said, be careful what you sign up for. He actually said, I don't even want your money, man, with his face all frowned up. And he literally said that. And she said she put that there because she said she doesn't want him to be entitled to what she had prior to. He agreed to it. It wasn't no pressure from what they showed. He agreed to it. Now, like she said, why would he be entitled to what he did before? Well, she said she didn't mind what they did in the marriage. And I think that if it was some infidelity involved, then you should shut up and you shouldn't get really anything. But, that's just me. And that's all I have.
I just think he was being emotional. He was being emotional when he said he didn't want the money.
Okay.
But that changes after a while, right? Because you know how emotional men get, right? Okay. So, but I think he entitled to the money because if the tables had been turned, she would definitely be getting. Yeah. How long they been married anyway?
11 years.
11 years. Yeah, I think he entitled. Well, it take 10 years to get a pension from the NBA, right?
Right.
I think he entitled to some of that money because if the tables were turned and it was him with the money and they was divorcing her, then she would definitely get it. Y'all get all kinds of stuff coming out of marriage, man. Like, look, I see cases where men are married to women with children, find out the child is not his, and still has to pay child support and alimony to the children. So I'm like, yo,
speak on that one.
When do we be fair with this? Okay, because I mean,
Not if he cheated.
What do you mean if he cheated? Yo, women cheat. Women, the judge award woman money for cheating because they just don't want to be with their husband anymore. So she get to go out and cheat and then ask for a divorce and still get paid. So I'm like, I mean, that is the super double standard right there.
Boy, that boy cooking.
Hey, super double standard.
Sean Wong couldn't wait to come back, man. Okay.
I'm sick of this.
No, the real time I don't want to take up the whole thing. The only reason why I said it is because most of the time the women get it because most of the time, from what I've seen, women are the ones that sacrifice their career and be at home with the kids, and they can't you can't have two absent parents. So if I'm not able to take on deals and do certain things because you checked out from doing it, it's totally different. It all depends on the circumstances of the marriage that the woman is.
It don't depend on nothing, man. If you're a woman and you getting divorced and the man got money, you getting money in most cases. It doesn't have anything to do with the circumstances. Only just that in general, you a woman getting divorced and this man got money. Was Todd staying home with the kids? was he supporting her in all her endeavors to make all this money? That's what the clip said, right?
Yeah.
He was helping out. Okay. So yeah, pay that man.
Okay.
What's wrong with y'all?
What you get?
No, I just think like Kandi said. Danae said, like, she agree to do not be part of any of the money that she had before they got together. It is what it is.
He did.
But,
He did sign the prenup. He signed the prenup.
Yeah, but I do agree that he should get money though. Just like, I mean, obviously she was being the breadwinner and he was being just the supportive husband. It's kind of like the same thing when like the man is the breadwinner and the woman is the one staying home and being the supporter. So yes, for that time that they were together, I think he should be entitled to some of it because I mean, and she knew about it, and she obviously agreed to it when did she jump in a relationship with him. But no, what she made before they got together, I don't think he should be, putting his hand on any of that stuff.
And Kandi agrees to that. Kandi's like, yo, whatever we made together in the last 11 years together, you get your cut. You get your, I ain't got no problem with that.
Bitter, it's like they're trying to be bitter. Yeah.
Yeah, prior to that, you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing. What you got, Boogie? Hold on right quick, Boogie, before you cook. I know I see your face. Sean, what you got?
That shit is real straightforward.
I know.
Nah. Let Boogie go. I think I'm good right now.
Go ahead.
I mean, I didn't know that he signed a prenup.
Yeah.
And I believe that he should be held accountable for signing the prenup. So he shouldn't get anything outside of what he agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, this is a real cut and dry situation with them. But in general, I lean more towards what Sean was saying because no, if there were no prenup, I would be like, yes, get your money. Get what you can get because it works the other way for women when they divorce men with money. But in this particular situation, I think prenup should be upheld. I don't think you should be able to, because, now that was 30 years ago. So what?
I've seen a lot of prenups get thrown out, bro.
Me too.
I know. I'm not saying they don't get thrown out. I'm saying I'm against that.
Yeah.
I'm against prenups being thrown out. So I can't switch up down to just a man.
She actually said on the show, the reason why she want prenup is for this reason right here. She said when a divorce is happening, she said she find that people get bitter and they try to come forward. And she literally said, I do not want him coming for anything that I work. She did songs. She wrote for Beyonce. She wrote for everybody. He should not be entitled to that. She literally said that to him. And it's filmed.
Yeah. What I will say is you made some other comments, though, in reference to like people outside of them, just in general, women sacrifice their career or they do this.
Yeah.
Men do that sometimes in scenarios where the woman might be the breadwinner as well. And society frowns upon men. Like she said, they think that he should just be a man and not even ask for the money, or that's bullshit.
Yeah, I do believe that too.
Yes.
It's bullshit.
Can we treat it like a crime of passion? Can we give him a pass for being emotional when he signed that prenup? Can we?
Listen.
I'm not gonna respect it if a woman signed it and then tried to flip it on me later.
And that's why she filmed it. That's why she filmed it. She's so calculated. I love her. She's so calculated.
Hey, real quick before you get in, Sean, Amanda, what you think?
He should shut up.
There's so many things. So, disclaimer, I'm gonna be real honest and say I was married for a long time and I'm divorced, so I know what that looks like. And I didn't come out with anything. I wasn't taking nobody's money. So the prenup part, I don't think he got a leg to stand on. He looked too chill. Now, he looked way too relaxed and way too convincing and the fact that she recorded it and he was with it, that's just way too much. There's so many things about that would be questionable with him taking that to court saying he signed it under duress. How? Somebody clearly asked you, do you want, he clearly said, if he hadn't said that little sentence at the very beginning, I probably would feel differently. Because I could say whatever, there were cameras, that in itself would make you feel pressured. But the fact that he clearly said, oh, I'm signing this against my lawyer's advice.
Yeah. And when she asked him, did you have enough time to view this prior to signing this? He said yes.
Yeah. So the fact that he clearly stated, I'm signing this and I've already gotten legal advice, my own legal advice, and they've told me don't sign it and I'm doing it anyway, you sound dumb and crazy.
So, he said, I don't want her money. He literally said.
So that part, the prenup stuff, the prenup can stand. Go. Cool. Now, anything he's gotten or she has acquired while they were married, yes, I think he's entitled to.
Yeah, they say they got several business deals.
I don't even care if he never did a thing. If he was your husband for however long, he's entitled to whatever he's entitled to, because I don't care if I stood there as your wife and did nothing. If you stayed married to me that long, I deserve it, because you should have got rid of me if you thought I was just using you.
What about spousal support? What about spousal support, though?
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
He's requesting. Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is that she knows. I think everyone knows. Once you hit 10 years, that's the marker.
That's the marker.
You getting something.
Yep.
Now, he's bitter though. He sounds real bitter though, because he said multiple times throughout the show that he does not want Kandi money. The mom kept coming at him, and I love that show, and I love Kandi. She's my absolute favorite, because she's real. And the mom kept saying, like, I think that he's an opportunist, and he was like, man.
Yeah, but when you go to court, the judge don't care how much nonsense you spoke.
No, but
they don't care. You could say all day you don't want their money. You could say all day. They're like, okay, this is what the law says. Y'all been together 10 years. He gets this much. That's it.
Right. She's right.
Yep.
She's right.
They don't care.
They don't say, well, you don't get it because you sound bitter.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't. They don't.
No, right, true. But we don't know what they would say it for. I'm saying that.
No, we know what they wouldn't say it for.
You don't know. They will. They will. I have seen that people have said that they were doing the court, even when Cardi B went to court, they would pull up all types of stuff just because of his celebrity. But because they said that stuff, because he said that, the spousal support is what got me. Because when somebody tell me that's not what I'm doing it for, and then I don't care that he sounds bitter. I care that his movement is tacky. And I don't, now people is like, I do feel like because he seems like he's involved with his kids and stuff. Now, if Kandi was like, oh no, I'm not doing that, or not doing that, and she's not, but spousal support, stop.
I mean, the purpose in spousal support is really that you're upholding a certain standard of living for that person. And that just doesn't have to do with that person. That has to do with everything that affects that person. Children involved. Like, if he was supporting his kids or helping his kids based on his income or her income, then that affects his children. That affects everything around him.
Don't you, nay. For real. In reverse. You would not be going this hard for a woman asking for the same spousal support.
Let it go.
The only reason why I would never, no lie, I would never say that crap if I was being recorded. You would never hear me say, real talk. It's the point that he said it. It's the point. Now, I'm just telling you, if a woman said that, I would tell, no lie. You know, I try to be I'm not gender specific. If a woman was saying that stuff, I would have said the same thing. No lie, Bible. But I feel like because he was adamant and everybody was calling him an opportunist and all of that, I feel like that he should have not even opened his mouth to even say any of that stuff, because Kandi gonna take care of her children. If they need school and all of that other stuff, she's gonna take care. It's the sole purpose of that. Now, if that was a woman and she was stupid enough to sign that, and she did all of that, no, I would say the same thing. No, shut up. You shouldn't have said that on TV. And then on TV.
I mean, I think that same thing holds true for anyone. Like, if I met a superstar today and we fall in love and get married, I could just as easily say, I'm not in it for the money. I love this person. And I could really mean that. But guess what? If I was with him for 10 years and he decided to up and leave and tell me to go somewhere, am I going to go back to my regular whatever life? No, I
revised it. I would have put,
but with his money,
he had the opportunity to change certain stuff. But in the thing, like, I know that he had an opportunity to change certain things, and he could have put a stipulation in there that, but if this happened, if this is the cause of it, he could have changed it. They said, did you want to change anything? He said no. I would have put in there, if infidelity was part of it, then no, you can't get anything. That's what I would have did. Or he should have, in 10 years, no lie, as a dude, he should have created businesses. Kandi would have supported. He should have got his grind on. He should have did all of that. If I was with a rich celebrity, man, I'd be having like 5, 6.
That's easy to say when we say we shoulda, coulda, woulda. I could tell you this: I got a 15-page divorce decree, and there's stuff in there that I wish wasn't there because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what certain language meant. I didn't know that certain things were allowed, not allowed, and sometimes your lack of knowledge in that department because you haven't done it before.
That's true.
You just don't know, and then when it pans out, you're like, oh shit, I should have looked into this. I should have did this. I should have did that.
You could have gone like me, like, oh shit, I did it twice.
I'm serious. Like, you don't even know what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. There's some stuff you don't even think of. I mean, there's so many nuances to that type of situation. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying if you signed a prenup that says you don't get nothing from what she had before, then you don't get that was dumb in itself.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Dumb in itself. Yes. If you thought you were gonna want something, and I'm sure, like everybody, I don't think most people get involved with somebody and say, yes, I'm gonna get married and I can't wait to get divorced. Not when it's genuine. So nobody walks into a marriage thinking, oh, when this is over, this is all the stuff I'm gonna get, because you don't anticipate it being over. But
some people do.
So if you don't protect yourself, that's on you.
Being over like 10, like 5,
being
10
over is
years.
usually
we did tired of
being over is usually the one with the most to lose, like celebrities and athletes and stuff like that.
You're right.
Which is why we have prenuptial agreements. But it seems like, I guess, it feels like in society he's going to get looked upon differently if his gets thrown out. Yes. Whereas women get prenups thrown out all the time and get more than what they were supposed to, and they're not villainized for it.
Yes, they're going to emasculate him for trying to get money from this woman.
Well, Todd emasculated himself.
You don't think that happens? You don't think women champion women getting over and bypassing the prenup and then coming off with the big win?
No, because this one girl on this other show, she got with this older guy, and they had a prenup, and she said she tried to get past it, and they said no. She was on because she literally said she had 2 kids.
My question is not if they can pull it off. My question is, how does society perceive them? Are they belittling them because they want to work around the prenup? Are they villainizing them because they want to get around the prenup? Or do they celebrate them if they pull it off? If this man pulls it off, some people are going to celebrate it, but the great majority of women, especially, are going to be like, no, he's a piece of shit.
Gender. I feel like that because he signed a prenup and they had multiple conversations. I feel that's the only reason. If a woman did that, I would feel the same way. If she literally says, I'm not doing, if she said all of that, I would. But he had to,
I believe you. I know you think the world does. I believe you. I know that, but what do you think the world does? Not how you would view it. You don't think he's going to be villainized for supposedly robbing her of her money if he gets this prenup?
If he get a lump sum, they will hate his fucking guts. They will.
I'm not gonna hate him. I'm not gonna hate him for getting the money though. I'm belittling him for that bad take on a reality show. Like, what was that? Like Take 10? I mean, this is the worst acting I ever seen in my life.
Like, he's a real talk. I know that I know Amanda said no woulda, coulda, shoulda. They met because he was filming. He was production. So you can't say that he don't know. He's not ignorant. So he does, even if you don't know certain stuff, because I didn't know a lot of stuff, but I'm not in that industry. He was on production.
But that doesn't mean he knows legalese. That doesn't mean that he understands contracts. That doesn't mean that he understands any of the particulars when he signed the prenup. He understood the inner workings of production and
theater.
Two separate things.
Questions were so basic that I'm not giving him a pass. And I know that, like you said, the society will sit there and say it because it is a double standard, but I'm not giving him a pass because I saw it and he was in well mind and spirit and he understood what he said.
I agree. I think it should be upheld.
I'm gonna give him a pass.
I believe the prenup should be upheld. He shouldn't get anything outside of, whatever he may have helped her get while they were married. However, it's treated differently when it's men.
Right.
If that's the case, and spousal support was not part of it. So if that's what he want to go to court and get, and it goes in his favor, that's okay. That was not in the agreement. It's the point of him trying to get what she did prior to the marriage. The spousal support.
She'll probably be safe on that, though. She'll be safe on that. They're not giving him nothing.
Hey, Nate, this could be personal, man, because you watch the show, don't you?
Yes, she does.
You just don't like Todd. You don't want Todd to get paid.
No, I do watch the show. I do watch the show, but I'm saying that because no lie, because spousal support, I can understand why he said I'm not abstaining on anybody, so I can watch the show and still be like, yeah. So, but spousal support, because Kandi is so busy, and if Todd is the one that's watching the kids, I do believe she should pay that. Because Kandi be doing like so much stuff. She is everywhere. She said that she doesn't want to slow down. She does she does a live performance and all of the other stuff. I do personally feel like if he is the one that is going to be majority having the children, that she should give him spousal support. Okay, that's not in the. Yeah, that's not in the.
I got a question. So chores, emotional support, parenting, does that count as helping you build your empire?
Yes.
So in the marriage, he was when she was out of town, but he was just as busy too because he started businesses. So what they showed is that's why I said I'm not against him getting spousal support. It's solely for, and that's fair because they need a parent there, and they both agreed on that. So I don't have a problem. She makes a lot of money. So if in order to upkeep their children because they used to a way of life, and she's gone away. Kandi's doing acting and all of that, and she's gone for months at a time. He needs that same stability. So I do believe that he should get that. And I don't really care about, what the world says, but he does. He would need that so that he can still, he's used to a certain way of life.
So, okay, I'm doing research like as we're talking because I'm like,
that's what I'm talking about. Research, sis.
So the biggest issue they're having with it right now is that he signed this prenup, and in the prenup, it does obviously, and they mentioned that in the clip, it does state that Todd is waiving alimony in the prenup, and alimony, same thing as child support.
Right.
I mean, or
child support.
So the reason why the prenup is such a big deal is because within the prenup, he waived his right to alimony.
Oh, wow.
So they're saying that because he waived, so now he's substantiating it by saying like, yes, I need spousal support based on what I do in the marriage and for our children currently.
Facts.
So if I'm looking at it from that perspective specifically, which again, I know because I've been in court for a divorce, you can take out certain pieces of an agreement based on a change in circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it because he's doing things that contribute to her lifestyle.
All right. Now, keep it right there. I'm about to rock out with one more clip.
I'm about to say some controversial shit about this Todd and Kandi divorce thing that y'all are not gonna like. And I don't give a fuck, so here we go. I don't believe in prenups if you've been married over 10 years. And I don't care who got the money. And hear me out, ladies, because let's be clear. If the shoe was on the other foot and Todd was the breadwinner and he had the money like Kandi and the businesses and stuff like that, y'all would be screaming that Kandi deserves this, Kandi deserves that, and all this other blah, 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 blah. while Todd has been at home taking care of those kids, making sure they get to school, and Kandi has been all over the country doing her thing, he has been assisting her in building businesses and holding her hand and all that other stuff that we all know that married people do when they've been married for a long period of time. He has been doing that as her husband. You cannot tell me that he is not entitled. I'm sorry. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and we were talking about Kandi and not Todd, y'all would feel that way. So do not give me that BS just because it's the man in this situation. I personally do not believe in prenuptial agreements if you've been married over 10 years. I think they should be void if you've been married over 10 years. To hell with that. You don't get to say, oh, I don't have to give you this, that, and the third after you've been married that freaking long. It is community assets at that point. Y'all don't get to split. Y'all don't get to split your shit from somebody after you've been married 11 years, had 2 kids, and build all kinds of businesses and lives together. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all can fight me in the comments if you want to. I hardly ever read them and I barely ever comment. So fuck y'all. I don't care about your opinion.
Like I said from the beginning. Who hired those lawyers, man?
So obviously, those are her lawyers.
Yeah, I mean, if I open my door and 3 middle-aged white women walk in with a camera and shit, I'm already got my back against the wall.
I mean, it's obviously. I don't care. I don't care how much anybody likes whoever and the intent behind it. If you got more money, it's a lose-lose. Like, because how long am I going to argue with you in court if you make 10 times what I make? What are the chances that my legal team is going to be able to argue with your legal team if I ain't got no money? And you know that.
I ain't got no legal team.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the everything is against him. So no matter what he says, fighting that is gonna cost him.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all with what she's saying. Like, I think if you've been married 10 years, you might as well toss that out the window. Because I've contributed, I've invested too much time and energy and assistance and all this other stuff into this marriage for you to say what I had at day one or what was happening at day one is still legally binding in year 10. That doesn't even make sense.
Look, I don't really have a problem with spousal support and things like that. But like if I got money, okay, if I got money and we're divorced, then I don't have a problem with, helping you move on. But I just think the entitlement of, like, if I'm making a lot of money and we divorce, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to continue living how I'm living. I think you just need to humble yourself and be like, okay, I just need enough to survive. But you shouldn't be on my level.
True if it's kids involved. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true if it's kids involved.
Nah. If kids are involved, yes, but still, I don't think that the kids necessarily need to be living like me. What they know about all this work I put in to get this money, huh?
But if they were living that lifestyle prior to the divorce and separation, that's what the court is going to require. The court is going to require.
And that's the problem with the court. Like, they need to get the opportunity to climb that ladder too, just like I did. Right. You don't necessarily just
15 years. That's not cool. Like, you can't. I don't.
Come on, man.
That.
You can't just hand a child a silver spoon, man. You can't do that. Like, they got to be able. They got to learn.
That's totally different. Nobody does that. It's not about the dynamics in the house. I'm saying that if your kids, like, say you live in a certain neighborhood.
Yeah.
And your kids are used to that. It's not giving them a silver spoon. It's like, why would you? Like, real talk. Let's say she's a millionaire. Why would you want your children to live in, say, the projects or a different one just because
you go from one extreme to the other? But you don't necessarily have to go send them back to the project. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Question.
Go ahead.
Do you believe, Nay, that there are times where these men have so much money that the amount of money that is awarded in child support, you are still getting so much more than you actually need, and you won't be in the fucking projects? When you're talking about a woman who's getting 30 grand a month,
but you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying, and these people with money, like change your life money, People are getting awarded 20 grand, 30 grand a month. A month. That's bullshit.
That's diabolical.
I don't care if he's a billionaire. You don't need 20 grand or 30 grand a month just because he has it. If anything, they should change the court if they're going to mandate that to say 80% of it needs to be put in a trust so that she can't abuse that fucking money because these women are living off of it. It ain't going to them kids. They ain't spending 20, 30 grand on them damn kids.
No,
and
not at all.
People are applauding them when they get these massive awards for child support.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, if you were gonna break it down like that, and you're talking about standards of living, you might as well just say like, okay, if this person is so rich they could do that, then they need to pay like the mortgage and the car note and so at least you can monitor where that money's going.
I can get that too.
There's times where you're talking about these millionaires, the house is paid for. Everything they say, hey, you can take the house, you can have this. And they still want to get these exorbitant amounts of money.
No, you don't understand. When there's that much money, $30,000 a month sometimes is what it is. $2,000 a month for us and a spouse's support.
That's what I'm about to say. When they rich,
because they're talking about like what it costs to live that way.
Listen, I have been around people.
That's entitlement, though. You don't, if you're not entitled to live like that forever after the marriage.
That's not the way they see it, though. That's about their lifestyle. It's like I have been in houses around people with so much money that a $30 million house is the 4 vacation home they have around the world. And it is another level. It is another
and the bills that come with that house, the electricity bill, like all of that stuff.
Get a smaller house. Get a smaller house. That doesn't mean he has his children living
so crazy
and they're in poverty because they can't live.
The scale are so different. The scale of their lifestyle is so different compared to ours.
I'll give you another spin. When the daddy's like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll take the kids.
I'll take them with me.
I'll take them. I got enough money to make sure they live just like me. I got enough money to have a nanny or whatever the fuck, and you get visitation. Motherfuckers ain't rocking with that.
Yeah, no, the
wasn't really in. But
that's getting what they need. It's about the babies.
That's out of spite.
No, but in court, you can argue like in court, a woman could easily go in there and argue that is still a standard of living because my children are used to me caring for them.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring in a
that's right. Because why would you want to take them?
I'm not saying you can't argue. I'm saying that it is skewed towards women's benefit. In family court,
why would he do that?
Divorce and in family court, it's skewed towards women.
Why would she want not to be around to give them to her so they can be raised by a nanny? You know, like that is just like they're used to her. Listen, it's
I don't
to
feel
me
like it's skewed towards women because like I said, I've sat through it. I feel like it's skewed towards money.
Money, and I do feel like that it all depends on the dynamics of. And I do feel it all depends on the dynamics of who's going to have the kids more. And I don't care if I was with a millionaire and I'm in this certain type of house. Why would I want him? After 20 years or 15 years, why would I want him to move on with somebody else and he's living in a mansion while I'm living, no, I want the same. I'm used to a way of life. I want that same way of life. And I don't care. And that goes for Todd. I do believe that if Kandi is going to keep doing what she's doing, and he was involved with his kids, he was doing the daycare, he was doing all that stuff. If she's going to still keep doing that rather than having a nanny, I do believe that he got used to a way of life and she should give him spousal support or come up with maybe she don't want to give him spousal support, but I do believe, like Amanda said, like pay the bills and pay for the house and pay for that. So when her kids is not with her and he's there with the father, that they should still be living the same way that they did when they were married. Mm-hmm. I'm not gender biased. I feel like that is the case, male or female. No, my kids don't need a sofa while you go move on with some other stinking woman. No.
Why she got to stink? You know what I mean? Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, yo, because look.
What you got to stink?
Look. Okay. Here's my thing right here.
I'm done.
Yo,
Here's my thing.
look up what Tom Brady did, because you researched it. I want to know, because this is what men are doing. You know what this is doing? It's causing men to think and say, you know what? I'm putting all this shit in my mama's name, and when you fucking come for my ass, I'm putting all my shit in a trust, so the trust is owned and ran by my mom.
You put it all in a trust, it don't even belong to you no more. You ain't got no assets.
But it depends on who are the trustees within the trust.
Yes. That's what happens with Dwayne and Tisha Campbell.
Yeah, he hid all his money.
Tom Brady did the same shit to Giselle. She went for his ass and couldn't get nothing. They was married 15, 30, 16, I don't know, a long ass time. All of his NFL career, damn near.
Yeah,
I got. So that's what it's doing. It's causing men to think, because the law is the law, right? So then why don't we just dig a little deeper and find out the loophole to make sure that you can protect yourself? Because all what y'all are saying, that's bullshit. If you leave and I'm a millionaire, you don't necessarily have to live that lifestyle forever.
And then you always use the children, but the children ain't asking for all that money every month.
And the children become adults at some point.
Yeah. So look, if making millions is in my wheelhouse and not in yours, then why should you be the main? Why should you decide how my money is supposed to be dispersed during the divorce?
And that's because
okay,
I put in 15 to 20 years. Hold on. I put in 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, you put in 15 to 20 years, but doing what? I made the millions, right? If you supported me, then maybe it should be a mutual decision, not just out here decided by the courts in the woman's favor all the time, but on behalf of the children who not even asking for all this money. They don't know what they need to survive.
Y'all keep saying women. I literally think that Todd, there are times when men are the better stable spouse or
I don't see that Todd is the better stable spouse. I think Todd is horrible. He made some terrible decisions.
He did, but
all throughout that clip. I'm not using Todd as a good example. Let's go somebody else.
But that's what the thing is.
No,
I'm
Todd
saying
can't make no decisions.
Okay, I'm not gender biased. I feel like whether it's male or female, and after a certain amount of time of being in the relationship, you can't take the money when you die. So to me, it's if you have millions. And that's what we're doing. I don't feel like he should not get that. And a female, I don't believe male or female, if they are involved with the parent, I don't feel like because all you're gonna do is just move on to the next woman, and then you're gonna still be giving the next woman a different way of life. No.
That's what I'm supposed to do, though. I'm supposed to do that.
So what do you think about someone who did what Tom Brady did?
I think that what Tom Brady did and what Dwayne did was jacked up. That is so
But it's legal. But it's legal. They followed the law.
It's legal. They followed the law.
I mean, well, I think Tom and Giselle, just because they both had money, like she could definitely. She didn't have
more money than him.
No, she didn't have more money than him, but the opportunity for her to continue making money was there.
Yeah.
I think in this situation, Todd is gonna walk away. He's gonna be broke.
Yep. But
in comparison,
that's my point. Let's say Tom didn't do that. She still would have fucking went for his money, even though she had money, even though she had the ability to make money. She still would have went for his fucking money, and it wasn't about the kids. It was give me the money because I'm entitled to it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know Giselle before she got with Tom Brady.
Wow, she was a
supermodel.
I knew her because she was
maybe being with Tom Brady enhanced all that for her.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Because I didn't know who she was. I still don't know who she is.
Possibly, but the point is, Amanda said she could still make money. She was already a millionaire.
Yeah, she definitely.
But that didn't stop her. That didn't stop her from trying to get his money.
Hey, wouldn't you do the same?
Can't take it all with you, can you?
And you know what?
But she wanted though.
Said that, G, which is why I applauded when I found out that he put everything in his mama's name and she didn't get shit.
Wow,
that was beautiful.
That's
you know what?
I applauded.
That was beautiful.
all that
Real
stuff.
talk. People really just get so caught up in money, and holding on to it. You can't take it when you're dead. So me, I'm not trying to be funny. If I was a millionaire and I was with, and he actually was a good parent, and we had 10, I'm not arguing with you over. It would be like I would do it like Amanda said, where I'm paying your mortgage or something like that. But I really don't feel like that it should matter, male or female. It depends on the time that you do it. I feel after a while, legally, they have it in law, like even certain states. If there's infidelity, you can't get anything really. Or if that's proven infidelity, you can't get anything. But legally, anything that was acquired during the course of the marriage and certain stuff like that is can be split. So when it comes to that, legally, she can have that. And even if he did put it in his mom's name, he would have died tomorrow. And then it's just weird. Like if you're a millionaire, just do what's right.
I doubt these mothers agree with you.
Protect
I mean, the kids already have probably trust funds.
I don't agree with all that. I don't have to. That whole you don't die with it. Still, that money can go to my kids. That money can go to my family. It does, and I don't give a fuck if I can't take it with me or not. You ain't gonna get it. I think of the basketball players, football players. Did you help me at practice? Did you run one fucking touchdown? No, fuck that. If you fucked up, you fucked up. That's my money. I don't have nothing against what Tom Brady and them did to they came out on top, because the same way would have happened. Because just like that girl said on that clip, if it was flipped, you'll be applauding Kandi for moving her money so Todd ain't get shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. It is what it is.
And you keep saying you can't take it with you, but you chasing it like you gonna die without it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Either way, life.
Y'all make it seem like that. Like if you was in the same situation that you wouldn't too. If you was with, man.
If it was me and I had millions and I was about to get in a divorce and the wife had the children, then I would just buy them a house. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be the same house we living in right now. It would be
talking about the other way around. She had millions. She had millions.
She should do the same thing then. Where's her moral compass at, huh?
Boy, you stupid.
Earlier we said that he's probably gonna be broke if he doesn't get this money. So
we all said the same thing. I do believe
so if it was me, then while he was in the marriage, he should have been taking $100,000 here, starting something, taking another $100,000 here, starting something that only he owns, so that should it be dissolved, he will not be broke.
I mean,
we gotta show Todd some grace. He ain't seen that bright.
They did that.
Then bravo. But it was said earlier by someone, I can't remember. Oh, he's probably gonna be broke if he doesn't win.
I said that, yeah.
But she said,
I'm talking about the capability.
In comparison.
She said, "What would you do?" I wouldn't try to get her money. I would have been smart during the marriage and stacked up.
Yeah.
We know that ain't Todd.
That's the thing, though. Todd they created multiple chains of restaurants. Yes.
He got money coming in.
Yes, they did. Okay, so they got the OG game restaurant, multiple. Like they did like 3 locations, if I'm not mistaken. They did theater and stuff together. He did a movie in the and then he started multiple business. So even if I look up Todd Network, which I got time, Todd Network. Let's just do that. Let's just look at his networks, and this not like written in stone. Todd Tucker Network. Hold on.
Todd Tucker.
So with his thing, he is still making 400,000. Network of 400,000 when he was on reality TV. So he hasn't even updated that. Whatchamacallit. Hold on. Let me see, because they trying to act like they don't want to put it up there. He probably got it taken off because he's going through this stuff.
I got a question. All 3 of y'all that's going to shut the whole thing down.
Well, go ahead, because we're going to do this, and then we're going to get to the thoughts. What
you got 2 sons, right? 3 sons. If any one of them was just balling out of control and was like, "Mom, I need to put this shit in your fucking name because I don't know what this bitch might do down the road," are you going to tell him no? No, no. Are you going to tell him no?
No, seriously, no lie. You don't know my mom. My mom didn't play that. If my sons had a good woman and he had money and he messed up, I'm more of a
I didn't say that he messed up. He didn't mess up. He comes to you early in the relationship while everything's good, and he's like, "Yo, I'm worth 5.5, and I don't want all these assets to be. I don't want her to ever get me down the road." He didn't fuck up. He didn't fuck around on her. He didn't cheat. And now you can look at him and say, wag your finger. None of that bullshit. He's already rich and thinking ahead like Tom Brady. And he says, I need you to put this in your name. Or if you don't, I'm going to Uncle Joe.
If it did, it depends on if I like the girl. I'm not lying.
Because I'm going to do it.
Uncle Joe going to do it, yo.
Uncle Joe, I got you, bro.
Your son's rich.
If I like the girl,
I will say yes.
She was a good person.
We'll take care of the rest
You would do it, right? Because you know how the world is. Amanda, what are you doing?
Huh?
No, you can't wiggle out. Your son's rich. He's rich, and he's like, I really love this girl, but you know how the world is and how things can happen. I don't know, but just to make sure I'm good, I want to put all this underneath you.
Remember, he taking from you too, Amanda.
Yeah.
Is she taking from you too?
Don't sway him. Because they all know.
What about you?
They wouldn't do it. I'm shocked.
I still would do it, but I still would, depending.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna give you the real answer for myself, just because once y'all got to arguing, I checked out a little bit, so I'm not even gonna lie. If it was my son, I'd say get a lawyer.
Yeah, and his lawyer is like, yes, we can build a trust. You're the trustee. You manage the trust. All his assets will be in the trust, but she could never come after it.
That's fine.
You didn't let me answer it. I still would do it
because in that circumstances, in those type of circumstances, you're doing the trust. Who you put on it is your business.
Right, but
you could do that shit without me even knowing.
He could, but you want to make the trustee someone who you know is not going to rob you, and who's a better person to pick than mama.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem with the mom in this case,
not all,
because I'll be real honest and say, if it's my kids, the problem with the mom in this case is I'm going to be fair by my own standards. So if you married to this chick for 20 something years and you decide to get up and walk out, I'm not leaving her broke. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want you to do. I wouldn't allow you as my son to do that. Now,
let's say she's not broke. They're both very paid. She's already rich in her own right. He just don't want to get got. Like I said, Tom Brady and Giselle.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you leave that to the standard of that individual. If you know what kind of, I'm gonna tell you this. In my family, I make it very clear to everyone. Don't tell me, because I'm not the last motherfucker with the secret. I'm not a snitch.
You're a rat.
I'm not a snitch.
You a tattletale. That's what.
My standard is by putting other people in your business, you put them at risk too.
Yeah.
So don't put me in a position where I gotta lie for you.
That's true indeed.
Then don't tell me. Now
that's what I said. Right.
It's called plausible deniability. I ain't telling you shit.
Don't
so you gotta say shit.
Now, if you come to me and you be like, Ma, I did something. I gotta clean all this blood off my clothes. Da, 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 da. And I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did. I just had to wash clothes. That's fine. Like, I don't know what's going on. Now, don't come to me and tell me a whole story. Now, that's why I said when it comes to stuff like that, then I'm gonna be fair. If I think that there's some great differentiation in what the difference is between the two of you, then I would be fair. I'm not going to leave her in the street. Now, if y'all both well off, like you said, and she's doing okay, and y'all were married for 15 years, I'm going to say, yeah, son, she's going to get something. I'm going to give her something. Am I going to split everything 50-50? Probably not, because she's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would tell my son, though, the way I talk, that's how my mom did. And the way I would talk to him is like, you can make more money, you know? So and like I just don't believe in. I don't believe in all of that, male or female. I really just do not believe in that. The way that I'm for my children, and they know I am, because if they like when they split up with somebody, they be like, "Oh, we're done." I was like, "Well, you done, we done," you know. But when it comes to the not being fair, I just feel I don't believe in that. So it would like I agree with Amanda. I don't want to don't put me involved, and then unless you are absolutely serious, and are you not trying to give her anything, because that's dirty. You know, so you gotta, and you can make more money. You can make more money. If you make 5 million, you can make 10. You know, separate that.
So is
She
it a
can't have it
yes
all.
or no?
She can't have it all. Why wouldn't you do that? What you
I
say?
didn't say
I
give
was
her nothing.
confused. I was
I didn't say
wondering,
give
was
her
the
nothing.
answer
I'm
yes
Is
or
it a
saying
no?
yes or
that
no? So
she
she
can't get
said
what
she
the
would be
court would
fair.
So yes or no? I'm not a
It's a
yes or
case
no
by case
person.
basis.
Yeah.
I think it's a case by
Well,
case
the
basis.
Case by
reason
Okay.
case.
the reason men have started doing like stuff like that with money is because the court system is not fair.
I absolutely agree with that. And that's why I said it would be on a case by case basis, because like you said, if they're both well off, if she's going to go off and live in her mansion and you about to go off and live in yours, what do you want?
Right.
what are you looking for?
That's why I was like, why was she even coming after him like that?
Now, if we're both millionaires and I'm like, say I'm worth 500 million and you're worth like 1, then I could help you with some things. And like I said, I'm way more for paying for stuff than handing anybody money. I'm way more for that. You could get a whole lot. You could probably get way more out of me. If I was worth millions, you could probably get way more out of me by asking me to pay for shit than you could by asking me for money.
Yep.
I'll put a trust for a school. I'll put a house. I'll do all that stuff. You can have a house. You can have a trust for schools. I'll set your life up. I'm not handing you money every month though, so you could go party on my dime. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's cool. That's cool.
Exactly, because you know where the money going.
Kids.
Yeah, because if it has to do with children, I even when I got divorced and it was not pleasant. And we even had a whole argument discussion about, yes, I am concerned for your well-being. Do I like you? Absolutely not. I don't like you. But do I care about your survival? Sure. If you told me I need help going to school or I need benefits for this, can you help me with it? Absolutely. Because if it betters your life, it betters my daughter's life. So if your quality of life improves, if your income improves, what you can do for her improves. I'm cool with that. But when it comes to like sacrificing something of my own and just handing you something and trusting that you're going to do right by what I think it is right with my money, no, I'm not doing that.
Yes, it's a case by case thing, and I just don't think like, and I get it. Like some women do not need that amount if they're not managing the money like that. And I agree with Amanda. It cannot be like this yes or no. It cannot be that. It's a case by case. The only reason why, and back to the videos, the only reason why I agree with Todd doing that is only because of the spousal support to a degree, only if Kandi's not going to slow down, because and look at it from that aspect. But when it comes to you putting in the time and you putting in the work and all of that, I don't believe. It depends on who my son is, because all my boys are different. Now, if it was my older son, my dialogue might be a little bit different than my middle son, you know, because my middle son might give too much. Or my younger son might be like, Mom, I'm just going to let her have it. Wait, hold up, son. You know, so I got to watch. It all depends on the circumstances and who the woman is.
Because I think if you got real stringent on something like that, some people would be like, nah, I'm good. Don't even worry about it. Like if I said, oh yeah, I'm willing to give you whatever, but you have to document everything you're spending so I can make sure it's going to the appropriate whatever. I'm willing to give you this if you're using it for housing, food, children, school, whatever, and you have to show me that that's what you're spending it on every month. They would be like, no, I'm good. I don't want you in my money. Okay, then you don't get nothing.
I think that when it comes to, especially with child support, it would be different. Men would take it differently if there was some accounting behind it, especially when you're talking about large child support payments. But there is none. There is no accounting.
And I don't disagree with that, because that's what you hear in general with a lot of people, is that I'm giving this person all this money. What are they doing with it? Where's it going? Because I don't see it on my kids, or I don't see it. Like, there are plenty of people that are out here saying like, oh, my kids come to see me and they look crazy, or she got her hair and nails done, or this person is going on vacation and then my kid looks crazy.
And they can go back, in the state of Virginia at least, they can go back every year to have it reevaluated to see if you're making more cake.
I mean, they could take and if they hear that you're making, I think it's, if you're going through child support, you can ask for a reevaluation every 3 years. And if they think you're making over 25% of what you used to make, they can ask for a reevaluation for that too.
Yeah. So
crazy shit. So with all that said, what's y'all final thoughts on this? Should Todd?
I think Todd
get
should
some
just
of
let
it,
go.
or should Todd get it all?
I think Todd should just, if Todd and Kandi were together, and Todd made all this money on his restaurants and blah, 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 this, that, and the third, I think she should just let it go. Just go about your business. If you set, you set. Just go ahead.
True.
Just go.
I don't think he should be entitled to any amount of money that she made prior to the marriage, but I think that clause in the agreement that says he gets no alimony is null and void, because he's doing too much to contribute and invest. So he shouldn't get any part of what she had before, but what she's made since they've been married, he's entitled to.
True. Cool. What you got? G?
Yeah, the same thing. You know, unfortunately he signed that prenup agreement. It's pretty mean and nasty, but hey, he agreed to it. He didn't get with her for love. I mean, I don't know these people if what I just seen on the videos. I don't watch reality shows and shit like that, but hey, they obviously got together because they love each other, and she didn't mind being the bread maker. She knew what she was getting into it. She loved him. They got together. He signed that fucking document, and that's it. But whatever they did together, I mean, this is like celebrities' life and stuff, but obviously it wasn't 2, 3, 4. It was 11 years. So whatever was made during those 11 years, he is entitled just like anybody else. I mean, every single, even though she was the hard working and being there and traveling, he was part of all that and that lifestyle and being a supportive. So he does deserve everything he could get from what they made during that period of time. It's the first thing to do. That's what I think, though. I think that's.
What you got, Nate?
I love the reality show because I love Kandi, and she's just like a boss. So I don't like all reality shows, but I love Kandi. Even if she did anything, I love Kandi.
And I look them up.
Yeah, well, you should. She's good. I like Kandi.
Do not.
I solely
did it
because Kandi was on the show. If you look up how she did it, out of all of the people, she was in this group, and out of all of the people, she was the one that came out making very good financial decisions. And I like following people who are well off, and I love her. So I watched the show because of her. And she walks with integrity. She never got in no candle. I just love her. Anywho, but to say that though, I still agree that because watching the show and watching Todd and the person that he was, I do believe that's the only part in the prenup that should be something that should be negotiated, because he is used to a way of life, and if he's going to share custody, he doesn't make as much as Kandi, and if they're going to share custody, she wants her kids to be in an environment that is the same. I agree with that. That's the only part. Him trying to come before, he didn't write no bills. He didn't watch, he didn't write nothing. He should not even say anything about that. She did so many songs with Beyonce that people still listen to. So no, but as far as the spousal support and all of that, I think that's the only part that it should be open for discussion. Because he's used to a way of life, and he should have that with his kids.
Kandi wrote bills.
Can you pay my bills?
She wrote that?
Yes. Look at the song that Kandi wrote.
That's when it went left right there.
I
knew something was wrong with that song.
But she don't need him to pay her bills. He trying to get her to do that, and that's not cool. That's not cool. He shouldn't have did that. If I'm stupid enough to say I don't, when I leave here, I don't want your money, then hold me to it, because I wouldn't say that.
I want to change my final thought. Ty, go get the money. Go get the money, Ty. I changed my mind, man.
Pay my bills.
Believe she wrote that. She wrote that shit.
She said, "Can you pay my bills?" But she never asked him, "Can you pay my bills?"
I don't care.
She didn't say that.
I don't care.
She said, "I don't think you do."
That song.
So that don't matter. It does not matter. So you holding up. But what about the other songs? My whole thing is
she wrote Scrubs too. I think Todd acting like a scrub.
Kandi.
I think Todd acting like a scrub for wanting what she made before Todd. That Scrubs punk.
Todd came in a relationship as a scrub.
Say it again, Joel.
Yes. So I think my final thought, and I'll let Boogie close it out, is that because I'm jumping. Is I think that Ty acting like a little bitch, like a scrub, trying to get money prior to the fucking marriage. All right? When you came in, them 10, 11 years, yeah, whatever you put in, you get that money. All right? But what that 30 million she made when she fucking met your bitch ass? Fuck that. No, you don't get that, bruh. You don't get that. I'm sorry. Yeah. You got the other money, make that work. As a man, make that work. Okay, that's scrub shit. That's probably why you need to listen to that song again, my dude. What up, Boogie? What's your final thought?
Lawyer scrubbed him.
Yeah, fact. Oh, he scrubbed him by not listening.
Scrubbed him clean.
No, he scrubbed himself by not listening to the lawyer. That's what that lawyer said. Don't sign that shit without me.
You see how she looked at him when he paused?
Huh?
The dude was looking down, pausing when she asked that question. Yeah. She looked up and like, "Hey, talking to you."
And you gotta think, that's a reality show, so you don't even know, they're playing the little stupid music in the background. That shit could have been recorded over 10 hours and they only played 10 minutes.
It could have been snipped and shit.
It was snipped. It was snipped, but it was snipped well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, masterful. They're playing the little music in the background. They're showing his little facial expressions. You don't know if the facial expressions was when they were saying what. You don't know what the hell.
Exactly. That was yesterday's expression.
You don't know if you watching that or General Hospital, some old soap opera bullshit.
I have no idea.
Boogie, what you got, man?
I agree that the prenup should be upheld. I mean, and the part on the alimony or spousal support, yeah, maybe that can be amended if he's like doing 50% of the child care along with her. That's acceptable. So I agree with like what Amanda was saying. As far as, I just want to make one comment on that. Bills, he was saying he don't like her mentality because he put that theme out there, not what she's doing in her real life. But yeah, no, he doesn't deserve anything from prior to
so much. Why did that bother you so much, OG Boogie?
It's just because you missed what he was trying to convey.
I didn't miss what he said.
He was
y'all
like,
always
don't
think
like
just because y'all say stuff, I gotta stay. I don't stay in y'all line.
I like it when you disagree with me, Nate.
Thank you. I understood. We see each other, and I understood what he said. I just said, don't talk about bills. That's not what she meant.
You just being emotional.
Yeah.
Does anyone think he'll be successful though?
No.
Oh.
I didn't even know who Todd was till you played the clip, Grab.
Kandi got it tight.
Really, I'll be honest with you. I didn't until about a couple weeks ago. So,
what Todd do? He don't dance, sing? Can he rap?
Nah. I think he's like behind the scenes type dude. You know what I mean? He with the whole videographer type shit. But I think he's been in a couple of things, huh? And he went into business with Kandi. I think
I think Todd gonna end up being he gonna end up working in the kitchen of one of them restaurants he owns. That's what I think.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
And he like, I'm out.
Yeah, but it's getting so crazy.
Atlanta,
now.
they said the restaurant
for all
in
the
Atlanta
docks to
is
be
doing
sealed
good
because too many people are getting into their business.
Yeah,
but, so you know it is what it is, man. Yeah. It is what it is. Did anybody else got anything before we close it out, boss?
Nah, man, y'all done made me tired. This
one in Atlanta, they said that one is still doing good. So the restaurants are thriving. So he should build on that.
I mean, Gladys Knight restaurant was doing good too.
Hey, appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.